ride drifted to a stop. The slouching attendant began releasing the safety bars. People streamed away. When our bar was lifted, Amabel darted to the exit.
"There she is!"
She pointed to a teenager, moving with the flow of disembarking passengers. The girl was striking. Bright, tomato-red hair fell down her back, contrasting with her milk-pale skin. She wore a short white dress and aqua cowboy boots. We reached the exit at the same time she did, and she stepped back to let us go ahead, smiling blankly, though Amabel was gaping. An intricate tattoo of flowers climbed her bicep. No, face paint, with a heavy dose of glitter, like Amabel's flag. We filed down the stairs and I took Amy by the shoulders to keep her clear of the crowd. The midway was packed, people carrying corn dogs and typing into their phones and pointing at Uncle Sam striding past on stilts. Around us, spinning rides filled the periphery of my vision with color and motion. The racket of shouted conversation and tinny carnival music thickened the air like soup. My head pulsed, and I knelt beside Amabel to ask what she wanted to do next. Her lower lip shook. "Sweetie, what's wrong?" I asked.
"You didn't believe me."
A fat tear rolled down her cheek, blurring the flag. "About the girl?" I glanced around, but in the chaos the redhead had vanished. "We ran right into her, and she didn't notice us." Amabel sniffled, smearing her hand across her nose. She was imaginative, always inventing stories in which she played a starring role. Being followed, being kidnapped, being rescued. These were her current obsessions, influenced by a library of princess movies she knew by heart. I pulled a napkin from my pocket and dabbed at her eyes. Her skin felt feverish. "Why don't we take a break?" We bought Italian ices and settled at a picnic table in the shade of a striped tent. Misters sprayed a haze of water that evaporated as it hit our skin, deliciously cooling. "Now," I said, "tell me about the girl. Is she a spy?" Amabel shook her head, giggling. In a stage whisper, she told me the redhead had trailed after us all day, had her arm painted as Amabel got her face painted, rode the Ferris wheel with us, stood behind us at the puppet show. "It's probably a coincidence," I said. "Do you know what that means? It's when something seems important, but really just happened by accident." Amabel frowned.
"No, she was staring at me."
"She was looking at your beautiful flag." I touched her cheek. Her skin had cooled. I unfastened her ponytail and gathered the loose hairs. Amy squirmed.
"I saw her before, at the restaurant," she said,
pronouncing it restaurant. My hand slowed. I leaned to see her face. It was smooth, innocent, her lips faintly parted. "At your dad's restaurant?" Sensing she had my real attention, Amy knelt on the picnic bench and shimmied.
"Yep."
"Sit still," I said, arranging her hair again. "When was this?" She shrugged.
"We were eating ice cream."
I looped her ponytail through the elastic band and patted her to sit back. I scooped the soft, slushy layer from the top of my lemon ice. Its tartness puckered my mouth. In the blur of summer, I couldn't remember when we'd last visited the Grove. I hadn't noticed any girl. Maybe she'd worked at the restaurant, but I knew most of the waitresses, and she'd seemed too young. Amabel tipped her cup back and swallowed the last drops, coming away with a sticky mustache of juice. "Do you remember when we talked about knowing when to stop playing a game? It's okay to tell stories, as long as you stop when we ask you to."
"I'm not. It's not a story, Finn."
Her eyes were wide. "I still think it's a coincidence. But if you see her again, you tell me right away. Promise?" I held out my hand, and she latched her pinky in mine.
"We'll see her again," she said. "She's following me."
I scanned the tent, packed with heat-strained adults and riled kids. I didn't see the redhead girl, or anyone else, watching us. The Snoop stood a few yards away, legs planted wide. Amy must have had a rough morning, scolded and rushed, the Martins tense about the long day ahead. She was just jealous of the attention the senator was getting. "We have a little time before the fireworks," I said. "Let's do something fun." Amabel ran to the carousel and climbed onto a purple unicorn.